As you can see, I'm wearing some like Super Bowl merch, some old Super Bowl merch from like when the Legion of Boom was actually a thing and the Seahawks were good. I'm not a Seahawks fan, but I was a fan of the Legion of Boom. Like that was a fun team to watch, and yeah, I thought I would wear some Super Bowl gear since Super Bowl Sunday is tomorrow. Who y'all got winning the Super Bowl? Comment that in the comments. Eagles or Chiefs? I got the Eagles. I just like how they're playing this year. I feel like they have a lot of talent there, like on both sides of the ball. And I feel like if anybody can beat the Chiefs in their Super Bowl setting, it would be them. But I think it's gonna be a close game. It's not gonna be a cakewalk for them, I don't think. They're gonna win by like a touchdown or something. Yo, so I wanted to talk about the trade deadline and also just talk about some sports and stuff, bruh. Like, I wanted to get back into doing sports talk because that's really my main interest. To be so real with you, sports is my main interest. Like, ever since I was a little kid, all I did was live and breathe sports, bro. All the way through high school too. All I did was just play sports, watch sports, play sports video games, bro. Well, I also played other video games, but a lot of the video games I had most of the sports games for sure. Those were like my priorities to get most times. I wanted to talk about sports in general, not just the deadline, but the Super Bowl, as I mentioned earlier. I already asked y'all who you thought was gonna win. Comment that below. Yeah, let's talk about the trade deadline, bruh, and all the moves that my Lakers. Sorry, I'm looking this way a lot. I'm over here trying to make sure that my camera and everything is working and like it's getting recorded. Because like stuff like my camera will like autofocus and like sometimes stuff will happen with my camera. So I want to make sure that I got all of this in one take, bruh, so I don't have to like keep redoing it or nothing like that. Yeah, so I don't have to re-record, bruh. Like re-recording sucks. Like it's so irritating, dude. But let's talk about Hachimura first. That was a great deal. I I'm saying off of theory because I haven't gotten to watch too many games or like at least full games to really judge that just yet. But off of theory, it was a good trade. It filled a need that we had. That was like the first need that got filled was we basically needed more wing or like power forward depth. We got that with Rui. He can play wing and power forward. I don't see him as a center, but he can play small forward or power forward. So that gave us more versatility with the squad. He can he can shoot a bit from what I understand. I know he rebounds. He's gonna bring energy because he's some young legs on the team, or otherwise pretty old roster that we had before. Uh, then we got the Westbrook trade. It was a three-team trade between for anybody that doesn't know like what happened with the trade or whatever, because not everybody's in the loop about that stuff. Like people got lives. Like they may like basketball, they may like to watch basketball, but they don't get to keep up with the rosters. If you're new to that news, Westbrook got traded to the Jazz, I believe. I believe the Jazz took him. Yeah. In a three-team trade between the Jazz, Lakers, and Timberwolves, we got three players from the Timberwolves. D'Angelo Russell, who was drafted by the Lakers at one point. I can't remember the exact year, but I just know that I remember seeing him play in a Lakers uniform. Uh, then we got Malik Beasley. So that's a point guard, a shooting guard, and then we got Jared Vanderbilt, who's a power forward. We got another power forward, but a really good one. Vanderbilt is pretty good. He'll rebound. He's versatile. He does a bit of everything, honestly. We got Malik Beasley, who's like at times instant offense. He'll give us more offense at the shooting guard spot and add to our depth there. Then we got D'Lo, who is gonna most likely start because we also got rid of Pat Bev, and we got Dennis Schroeder as our other point guard. And I don't know if they're trying to still start Dennis Schroeder or not. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna start D'Lo, which is good because he can shoot and he's a good playmaker. I think he'll complement LeBron a lot. And that should be a cool little team, bro. Like I feel like we got a more complete roster now with that move. And then the last move was the last two moves were we traded Thomas Bryant, like one of our centers that we were playing that was actually playing pretty well, but he was like a defensive liability. He was good for us offensively, but defensively he wasn't that good for us. Then yeah, then we got but yeah, we got some picks, which that replenishes our picks from trading our picks to get other players, if that makes sense. Then we traded Pat Bev, which I felt like we didn't necessarily need him at this point. He was like good defensively, I guess, but he didn't really help us necessarily. But we get Mo Bamba, who's a center. He's a true 7 footer. He can shoot. He blocks shots, which is something Thomas Bryant did. He can shoot, which Thomas Bryant was able to do. But like that means that we're not missing out on a floor stretching big. And yeah, he's 7 foot. Like height matters in basketball to an extent, bro. Like I'd say it matters in the fact that like it gives you an advantage, but it doesn't necessarily make or break your team. You can have undersized players that can outplay bigger players. That's a skill thing. I'd say we strengthened our defense and we strengthened our shooting, and we got some size. Overall, I think that we won the trade deadline. Really, we did the most impactful moves, except for like KD going to the Suns, which was fucking crazy, and Kyrie, I guess, going to the Mavs. I was surprised at that move because they got another guard. Like, I would have thought they would have traded for somebody else, but they got another guard. But I mean, at least Luca don't have to score by himself. Really, he was the main scorer on that team. He was hard carrying. He had a lot of versatile players and like defenders on the team, but there was no second scorer really, except for like Christian Wood, and he's a good center. But yeah, they needed more scoring. They got it with Kyrie, so that was a good trade too. But I would say overall, the trade that impacted the team the most without like taking away a lot from the team was the Lakers. The Suns trade, it took away depth from the Suns. They traded away two really good like role players for them, and Cam Johnson, Cal Bridges. They lost some defense, but they got a superstar though. They got somebody who's definitely gonna be a good like scoring pair with like Devin Booker. Now they got a shit ton of offense, but I don't know how their defense is gonna do. Because yeah, Chris Paul can defend, but Devin Booker is like a slightly above average defender. KD isn't necessarily, but he get buckets. So let's watch some Lakers highlights. I want to watch Lakers versus Bucks because that happened yesterday, but I didn't get to watch that game. So let's see. Lopez made some face right now. That shit is stupid. First off, I want to say that I'm hella happy that my guy Max Christie is getting minutes. Like I want him to get more minutes because I think he has upside. I think he has a lot of potential. He just gotta play because he does stuff when he gets in the game, but he has foul trouble. He plays hard on defense too, but he gets a lot of fouls called on him. But that's something that can be fixed with playing time. He'll learn how to like better stop these players without fouling a ton. And I know he has like some sort of defensive instincts or IQ because his dad was a really good defender. Doug Christie was a good defender. He used to really hound Kobe when he was playing against him on the Kings. Bruh, yeah, he was a dog. His dad was a dog. I know that Max Christie got that dog in him for sure. But he's gonna be a good ass role player most likely. But I mean, shit. Depending on the work he puts in, bro, he could be more than that. You know, I'm not gonna discount his potential. AD about to pop that, bro. I love that AD can score from three levels, and he has so much touch for a big guy. So it gives him versatility when he's scoring. He's probably one of the more versatile big men in terms of like scoring the basketball. Him and Embiid are very versatile with scoring. Giannis, like he's versatile, but like you know what he's trying to do, bro. AD does so many different things to score. Giannis mostly attacks the basket, but he will hit you with a post fade. He'll make the occasional three, but he's really trying to just like dunk on you. That touch, that touch, bro. You see, he's like a freight train, bro. He literally just like runs through people. He puts that shoulder down. Yeah, you see, when he drives, he puts that shoulder down. Like he'll shoulder the fuck out of somebody because nobody's pushing him off the ball. That move was clean. Oh my gosh. You see what I'm saying? Giannis is literally like the basketball version of Marshawn Lynch, bro. He's just gonna run through a motherfucker face.
It just clicked in my mind that if you just run through somebody's face, a lot of people ain't gonna be able to take that over and 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 over again. They just not gonna want that. Think there's a deeper metaphor there? Run through a motherfucker face, then you don't have to worry about them no more.
He's just gonna bulldoze you. Hmm. Congrats to Drew Holiday, bro. He made All Star this year. I've been thinking that he has been like playing All Star level for a while, but he hasn't always gotten in the All Star team. He did make it with the Sixers. Was it the Sixers or was it with the Pellies? It was. It was one of the two. I know he made it one other time, but oh yeah, Chris Middleton made it too, right? We're not far off from the playoffs actually. Like, cause yeah, I wish you could see my hand, but you see where the Portland Trailblazers are? Number 10. We're not that many games off. We're actually yeah, we're 2 games away from them. If we get on a run, we're passing them. Then everybody here is like super close. So if anybody goes on a run, they're gonna like the West is very competitive, bro. Most people are just barely not making the playoffs or making the playoffs by margins. So really, it's just whatever team gets hot, they're gonna shoot up the standings. So that's pretty cool. It just takes us like getting a rhythm going, and then we're gonna pretty much just shoot our way into the playoffs. I see us as like a play-in team. We're gonna be a play-in team. I'm not gonna go too high, but I think we can make the play-in. That was a nice sequence. Good pick and roll. You see it. Reeves does a lot offensively. He's actually an underrated passer. He can dribble. He can create his own shot. I really enjoy having him on the team. I hope we don't get rid of him like we did Caruso. I liked Caruso too because he was one of our best defenders. He was very tenacious and he just was aggressive at going after the ball, causing turnovers. He was a big reason why we won, honestly. He made a lot of key stops or like he got a lot of key like steals and shit. Hit passes, blocks and shit throughout the season that set us up to win at 2020. Was it? In the bubble. That that shit is so clean. He hit the spin, then he turned it around and crossed after a little hezzy. There was a little hezzy in there. He got him off balance. Euro. Euro lay. Nice Euro. Tween. Tween. Hezzy. Cross. Lay. Nasty. That was nasty. Rui's open in the corner. But I mean, not every like Rui was open there, but like not everybody has like that vision to see like somebody way in the corner. Actually, could he have even made that pass? I got. Oh no, he could have. Yeah, he was open, but he was looking this way. He was just trying to. He had his head down. Yeah, he had his head down. Drew wasn't paying attention to him. Nobody would have taken the ball if he was looking up, but he was looking down to like try to like find his path away from like the pressure because they were like closing in on him. They were trying to like shut his path off. They were trying to close out on him. So yeah, really was wide open, but he definitely could have made the pass, but he didn't see him though. I was seeing that he was open, and of course he's gonna see like it's easier to see somebody trailing you sometimes than to see somebody like over there in the corner. So yeah, he made the he made the smart pass for that situation because he couldn't necessarily see Rui Hachimura, but some people could see that pass. Middleton be working in the post a lot. I actually like his game. Good cut though, Hachimura. Hey, Lay! I know the Lakers my team, but I'm still gonna appreciate good plays from the other team too. Because I just appreciate basketball as an art form. He's got footwork, bro. His post game is nice as fuck. Where you think he was going? He kind of bullied him. He kind of bullied Reeves. Snatch. Ooh. Yeah, that was just clean. That was clean as fuck. That was clean. Like some people like use a little like contact to get some space. He really just forced his way in right there. Hustle. Oh, that would have been so nasty if he dunked that, but he did not. Ooh, Giannis's spins be nasty though. His euros and spins are so clean that that's how he gets to the basket a lot of the time. Like people think that Giannis just like runs through niggas the whole time. Nah, he's very savvy when it comes to getting to the basket. People just like to hate on him because he doesn't play a perimeter based game. Today's game is very perimeter oriented. He would have been great in like the early 2000s or 90s. Like with how he plays now, he would have still did the same shit in that era too. Because he's freakishly athletic. He's actually quick as hell for like a 7 footer, bro. He can dribble a bit. He got hella moves to get to the basket. His arms are long as shit, so he has an advantage there when he tries to do like post fades and stuff, and even like dunking the ball. He can just like reach up and get to the rim, even if he's got a body on him. He got those Euro steps and like herky jerky movements, bro, and the clean ass spins that he does too. He would just dominate no matter what. He's just an exceptional player. I'm a huge fan of Giannis, bro. And he also like worked on his three ball too. People were knocking him like, oh, he can't shoot. But now you if you leave him open, he's gonna make the shot. He can actually make the open ones. Before you could just sag off of him. And that's what Miami did that one year. They just sagged off of him because they knew he couldn't shoot, but now he can shoot. So now you have to respect the three, so you don't just let him just torch you from three. But you gotta stay far back enough that you don't get burnt. Goes to the basket, and dunks on your head, basically. Like it's like you have to like really figure out your distance when you're guarding Giannis. You can't guard him too close because then he'll just get by you. You can't guard him like too far off because now he'll actually pull the shot and he'll make it at times. But imagine like he was consistent with his shot. Like say Giannis with like Steph Curry's like shooting or something. Or even like it doesn't even have to be Steph Curry. Like he could shoot like Cat or something. Or Anthony Towns or even like Paul George. Like if he even shot like Paul George. Yeah, then that man could still like be twice as dominant as he is now. Because then they can't really like sit back on him at all, but then he can get to the basket whenever he wants. You know? As he keeps working on his three, he's just gonna get more and more hard to guard. That's that's the truth to it. His one thing is like once he gets really consistent with threes, he's actually unguardable. He's already unguardable, but like yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Schroeder got handles. Good shot. He could have shot that, but I love that he kept his dribble and he looked for a even better shot at the basket. He be dunking that shit so hard, bro. We definitely lost this game. Ooh, nice little, nice little flip pass. He just like he's slick, bro. You see how much space he got on that little like jab step though? Those are underrated as fuck. Jab steps are so underrated. You see how much space Javon Carter got off of the jab step, bro? Like just doing little movements like that, like a jab step or like being in a triple threat and just utilizing the triple threat, that shit can get you space to operate right off the bat before you even take a dribble. Sometimes you just gotta do the simple shit like that instead of like over dribbling or anything. Just like it gave him space because if he didn't have the space, it would have been easier for Davis to say cause a turnover or something. So yeah. Low key, that was an and one. That was a foul like a motherfucker. Low. Mm, nice pull. That was cool. And one. Ah! And one. And one. Good pass. I hate those bounces, bro. That should be irking me when I get those bounces too. Ooh, nice sidestep, dude. That shit was hella smooth. I hate that too. Like you just like you drive to the basket and shit, like maybe even split a double team or some shit, then you just lose a ball on your way, and then it just kind of like fucks up how you were about to go for the fit. Oh my gosh, what a pass! Hold on, Yeah, but back to the other thing, bro. Like literally, you like split a double team or something, then like you don't get full control of the ball or some shit, or like you beat your man, but then they reached or some shit, and then like you kind of don't have full control of the ball or something, and then you're trying to like you're trying to like get control of the ball as you're trying to take the lay, and then it just fucks up how you finish, and then you gotta like do a whole slower finishing move just to like get the lay, because you gotta make sure you secure the ball first, or else you're gonna like botch the layup. I hate those moments, but and then Giannis with the fucking pass, dude. He almost went out of bounds, and then he found his teammate perfectly. Like that was a good cut by Drew too, but that was a hella good cut because he helped Giannis out a lot. He would have probably stepped out of bounds, but because he had the awareness to know that his teammate needed help, he went to the ball, and then he got a yeah. Moving without the ball is important, bro. I said that shit before in another video. Moving without the ball is an underrated thing in basketball, bro. Like if you move without the ball, it makes your job easier because you can get shots without even having to dribble the basketball, bro. You don't have to like create your shot or not. Like you're creating it with your legs, but like you really don't have to dribble like that. You can just like get open and then you have an easy shot. And it helps your teammates out and makes their job easier because say they're in a situation like that or they're getting double teamed or yeah, any like or your teammate is even trying to get open if you're moving without the ball. Like depending on how everybody moves, there's different holes that open up on the court depending on like where each piece moves on the court. I swear to you, I'm not lying. Like you move a certain way, like there's gonna be different like holes and openings open for maybe someone to drive to the basket or like it makes somebody open on a 3 point line or something. Like it creates different reactions from the defense. So yeah, that was just a good example of that. But so yeah, I did something a little bit different, I guess, with this. I actually sat and talked for a bit. Like it was more so like one of those moments where instead of having some in the background for the whole time, like majority of the time, low key, I had like I had just me and the camera, bro. I was just talking about sports and stuff that I'm really interested in. Like sports is something I really enjoy, and I feel like I have a wealth of knowledge on it just because I did nothing but play sports when I was young. So I have a lot of like knowledge about that and IQ about stuff like that. Yeah, it's fun talking about sports, bro. It's really fun just talking about sports. Sometimes the most lit conversations be like happening when sports come up, like whether it's in the barber shop, bro, whether it was back in school, bro. Like you can really get into debates and shit about that, and be like the most fun debate, like, and it is like differing opinions, but then it's like so like the energy is there, bro. Like sports fans, bro. It'd be so fun discussing sports and shit. But yeah, like if you made it to this part of the video, tell me one of your favorite sports teams, bro. I already had a question for you at the beginning. I know most people are probably just gonna watch the beginning and then kind of like because this video is gonna be long, bro. I've been making longer videos as of recent because one Hogwarts Legacy, like the action, just like it's back to back to back, and then it's like yeah, check out that video as well. But yeah, I'm gonna have a Hogwarts Legacy video come out today. This video is coming out today. Well, but yes, if you made it this far, tell me your favorite sports team. And if you're not a sports fan, or maybe you don't have a team, like what's an athlete or like somebody in something that you're passionate about? Like who's somebody that you respect a lot, that you respect their craft. Whether it's a music artist or whatever. Just just tell me someone you're a fan of, or tell me a team you're a fan of, or yeah, just tell me what you're a fan of. Thank you for watching. Peace.